Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna do a flip through through one of my art books in which I used for my fourth poetry book. It's called Delicate Forget-Me-Nots. It was called Almond Blossoms and then it became Blue Orchids. Yeah, I changed everything. So it's called now Delicate Forget-Me-Nots, and every artwork here was part of the artwork that was included in the poetry book. So I really liked how it turned out, like as an art book in general. So I thought maybe I can show you guys a little bit of the artwork that I created, especially for the poetry book, which I think turned out kind of nice. So basically what I used here was this thing. It's called the Trodat Printy 4913 typo, I don't know. Anyway, so basically it's just like a type of tool that you bring it comes like with a bunch of letters. You get two sets. Okay, so you get two sets of these. One is a bit larger font and this is the small one. I really prefer the small one, to be honest. So what you do is you just get your letters here and then you just put them inside this I won't call it machine, but like a tool, I guess, and you just, start, doing the words. So I'll just demonstrate one. Anyway, so the ink basically, okay, I'll just show you where the ink comes from. So the ink comes from here. So basically you just fill up this with ink here, put it back, and you just start. And then you have the orientation. So we're just gonna do one test here. So you just click it like this, and then you have a nice word. So every page that I did, I took like a word or a tiny or like an excerpt of the the stanza of the poem, and then I just started making some artworks with it. This one I didn't like because I was trying to like mix between calligraphy and this typewriting kind of thing, and it just didn't work for me, honestly. I didn't like it, so that artwork didn't make it to the book. And so these are just the artworks that I include in the book. And also I added some other like collage kind of style artworks. So I'm just gonna flip through so you can see like the artworks that you can actually achieve using a simple tool like this. So I was just taking sometimes just a few letters and then trying to make some compositions with it. I would use some, lines to connect between. So this one was written pain, so this is P-A-I-N, and then I just started connecting with the letters, and I just made like an interesting art piece. At some point I realized I want to do something else, so I started doing some botanical ink illustrations with it and including some geometric forms. So the artworks now are gonna be more complex the more we go with this art book. I'm thinking of making a separate art book just including these illustrations and separating it from the poetry book itself. So maybe we'll do that. So I'm just gonna flip through all the pages. It's finished. This was the final the final art pieces for all of them. I think it took me half a year to finish everything, including the poetry book itself. I think took maybe a year to write all the poems, and then I think this one was half a year of just doing the art pieces for the book. So these are really fun to make, to be honest, and you can achieve a lot of nice pieces with this. And I was heavily inspired by an artist. I think her name is Fujika Rose, and she has a lot of botanical geometry illustrations, and I thought they were really nice, so I was really inspired by her work. So that's why I have a lot of the some of the botanical compositions with geometric forms. So these are, the thing is, I would write like tiny notes up here and like which, so I won't forget which poem goes with which art piece, because like I said, the words that I use are usually an excerpt from the poem itself. So I really have to be careful when I'm doing the layout. Like the poem has to match the art piece that I made for it. So it's all like literally on the edge of the paper. And this is actually one of my favorite. It's written, I am empty. And this one here is like, I am here, I see, decaying alone. Well, basically it's slowly decaying alone. I think this was Shade and Shine. So I really wanted to make it, more of a fun illustration project, because like you start trying to look for words while you're looking at the, the art piece in itself. So you're like, what was written? And this one's written, I loved you, but the V is rotated, so you might be like, what am I reading? And it was more like a tiny game or tiny detail that I like to, add to the poetry book. So this one here is written, I won't lose my, voice. So it won't be long before I lose my voice. So sometimes you just have to connect with the lines. So in here, and my soul found peace. That was another art piece. I take a deep breath, and another cup of tea, and I think it's another cup of coffee also at some point, but I don't know if I did it. So yeah, I'm really proud of this book. I like how it turned out, and I really like using ink when I'm coming up with these these illustrations, like botanical mixed with type letters and geometry. So here is one of my favorite, honestly. It's like, I doubted myself and trusted you. So this is really nice. This is life. This is just you, and let's see, nothing. So it's really fun to like go through it and check what's written exactly. I think here's nightmares and here's dreams, and then in the middle I just switched between both, so they come like together. And this one is, the way he looked at me reminded me of you. And let me see. This one is, nothing has changed, I'm just enduring. So this is also a nice art piece. Home. This one is moon. But like, I was really trying to play a lot with the letters and how you can do a lot of compositions just with letters. So, and this one here was actually the cover page of the book. So this is actually it. That's it, I finished. There's a few pages I didn't do. But yeah, this was the final art piece that I made, and it was the Delicate Forget-Me-Not by Dana Crystal, and this is like the cover for the book. So yeah, that was the last art piece that I made for the book, and I just wanted to show you guys like some of the artworks that I'm kind of proud of, that I made especially for one poetry book, because the poetry books I publish always have an art piece with it, like they come together. Like I cannot publish only art where it's just words. I usually make an entire art piece that goes with the poem itself. So yeah, that was it. I made some prints for these art pieces, but not all, because I didn't have enough time. But I'll try to put it in the link for anyone who wants, some of the art pieces. But they're more of black and white. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep the tone of the paper itself, which is like a bit beigeish. But I'm really reconsidering now, looking at the art pieces again, and like maybe I should have left it in its original, beigeish tone. So yeah, I hope this inspired anyone who's trying to come up with interesting art pieces. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.